Dear student, due to coronavirus, school started online classes for your study. So you can subscribe Golden Flower Palia YouTube channel, like and press the bell icon.
Hello, my dear students. Good morning once again. So, today is the second part of our video related to tenses. Dear student, as I told you yesterday by a table that if you are knowing the helping verb and the main verb, then you can understand tenses very easily. In the same way, let us start today. I have told you subject plus helping verb plus main verb plus object. These are the requirement pattern to make a sentence. Okay, helping verb and the main verb. These are two part of the pattern that tell you the tenses. Because tenses represent the time period of a verb. Tenses represent the time period of the verb. So, dear students, as per bifurcation of the tenses, it is divided into indefinite, continuous, perfect and the perfect continuous tense. So, let us see the next process. But before telling that, I want to tell you about the person that is used. In the first person, I, we. In the second person, you. In the third person, he, she, it, they and names. These are used because this is a very important part of subject, and helping verb works on the base of subject. So please keep in mind this thing, that which one is the first form, second form and the third form of the person. Let us see affirmative sentence, negative sentence and the interrogative sentence. In this form of the sentence, we make the tenses. So you are making the affirmative sentence, then affirmative sentence of present indefinite tense. If you are making the affirmative sentence of present indefinite tense, so you can say subject plus verb, verb first form and then object. Keep in mind, in the affirmative sentence of present indefinite tense, we not use helping verb. Keep in mind. And the main verb is used in the first form. Okay, with the plural subject, with the plural noun, we are using first form of the verb, and with the singular noun like he, she, it, our name, we are just using SRES in the verb first form. So that is also called sometime verb fifth form. You must have to know this thing. I hope you know. You have to study. So let us see subject verb first form and the object, like I go to Lucknow. I go to Lucknow. I is the subject, go is the verb, Lucknow to Lucknow is the object. But my dear students, this pattern will be changed when on the place of I or you or they, there will be he. It will be he goes to Lucknow. Why? The question arises, why along with I there is go, along with he there is goes? This is because I have told you, if the subject is I, you, they are the plural noun, then we will use verb on the first form. But if the subject is he, she, it or any name, single name, then we will use verb fifth form. This is called fifth form, means verb first form plus SRES. So there was go and there is goes, SRES will be added into the first form of the verb. It will make the fifth form. I hope you understood. Okay, let us see the negative sentence. If you are making the negative sentence, So how the pattern work? Subject plus helping verb. My dear students, from the negative sentence, helping verb entered in present indefinite tense. So subject plus helping verb, that is do or does, plus main verb, that will be always in first form in present indefinite tense, plus object. So how the sentence will be formed? I written over there, I go to Lucknow. Let us see what will be here. In the negative sentence, that will be I, and along with I we use do. So I do. Just keep in mind one more thing here. This is the negative sentence. So along with do and does, there will be not. So I do not go to Lucknow. My dear students, I is the subject, do is the helping verb used in the negative sentence, and the not, because of the negative sentence, go is the verb first form, to Lucknow is the object. This is the pattern. Let us see the interrogative sentence. So in the interrogative sentence, what happened? Dear students, helping verb, as it is do or does, it comes first, plus subject, plus main verb first form, plus object. Let us see how the same sentence that I written here, I go to Lucknow. What will be over there? That will be do I go to Lucknow? Question mark. So, do I go to Lucknow? Question mark is very important part of interrogative sentence. So, by this way, you know the thing how to make present indefinite tense into affirmative, negative and the interrogative sentence. Let's take one another examples. He speaks English. He speaks English. He is the subject, speaks is the verb, and keep in mind this is the speak as, so this is the verb fifth form, and this is English is the object. Negative sentence, he does not speak English. Keep in mind there was speaks, it changed into speak because there is helping verb do or does. So does is used here. And whenever you will make the interrogative sentence, this helping verb come on that place. So what will be here? Does he speak English? So this is the format of the affirmative, negative and interrogative sentence. You have to know this pattern is followed in all the tenses. So my students, let me explain you by this one table with the help of examples so that easily we can understand all the tenses. As I explained you present indefinite tense, in the same way let us see by the table. I explained you present indefinite tense, we are using do or does and the main verb in the first form. Okay, there are some very important points you have to be noticed, and you notice that in the affirmative sentence there is no use of do or does. It is used only in negative and interrogative sentence, but there is no problem. Is MR is the helping verb is used in present continuous tense, and the main verb first form plus ing, like he is playing hockey. Okay, he is playing hockey. His subject is helping verb taken from here. Main verb, this is play, first form, ing is used over there, playing, and hockey is the object. I hope you know you can change it into negative and interrogative very easily by using not in the negative and taking helping verb first in the interrogative. Like he is playing hockey, there will be he is not playing hockey. Is he playing hockey? That will be the interrogative sentence. Let us see the perfect tense, means present perfect tense. We are using here has and the have as a helping verb and the main verb into the third form. Let's make the same sentence, or you can take any different also. So what will be the same sentence over here? There is less area, so let's take the another sentence. Like he has gone. He has gone. So he is the subject, has helping verb, and the gone is the third form of the word. Go, went, gone, goes, and going. These are the 5 verbs. Generally 3 verbs are there. So this is the third. And the next one is the present perfect continuous tense. You know, has and have used in the perfect. So perfect continuous tense, for the continuity we are using here been, has been and the have been, and the verb first form plus ing, and we are mentioning here since and the for also. For example, let us see. He has been working in Lucknow since 2016. So for the since and for, you have to know for the accurate timing there will be since, and remain there will be for. Like 2016 there will be since, from last 4 years there will be for. From Sunday there will be since, from 3 days before there will be for. This is used over there. So in the same way, let's come to the past tense. Past indefinite tense, helping verb did is used. There are 2 verb second form and the verb first form also used. So you must have to be noticed. Like he went. He went to Palia. He went to Palia. So there is the verb second form, and the verb second form you must have to be noticed. Verb second form is only used in the tenses only in the past indefinite tense affirmative sentence. In negative and interrogative we are using the first form of the verb. Suppose for making the same sentence into negative, he went to Palia, and for the negative it will be he, helping verb did will be used here. He did not, went will be go, he did not go to Palia. This is very important you to be noticed, because when this is the second form used in the past tense, but here it is only first form used. Let us see the was verb means the past continuous tense. So what will be? He was dancing on the floor. He was dancing. He subject, was is the helping verb used in the past continuous tense. Dancing is the dance first form, and the fourth form is dancing, means first form plus ing. Keep in mind. Had, past perfect tense had is here. So like they had eaten a mango. They had eaten a mango. So you can use here had, and had indicate the past perfect tense. You can make into negative in upper interrogative also by using not. He had not eaten a mango. They had not eaten a mango. Had they eaten a mango? It will be a interrogative sentence. Okay. For the past perfect continuous tense, had been you can use over there. So nothing will be changed. Only they had. So So along with the had you will have to use been. They had, and here eaten, that will be changed into the verb ing form. They had been eating a mango for 3 hours. For or since will be used, so 3 hours there will be for. So you will write here they had been eating a mango for 3 hours. So this is the way to write the past perfect continuous tense. Okay, let us see the future. The same examples could be in future. I have told you in the future tense there is only shall and will using as a model auxiliary, not as a helping verb. So along with I and we are using shall. Along with remain all the subject we are using the will. Remain pattern is the same. So my dear student, by today's video, I wanted to explain you the pattern of the tenses. Tomorrow I will provide you question and I will solve 2 questions also, so that you can know how the question come in the board examination. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Do self-study at home and stay home, save lives. Thank you very much.